Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is just going to cover my updated mastery setup for 2025. I did make a video at the beginning of 2025 with a new mastery setup, but I have since changed it, and we have more mastery points on the way with increased level cap going to level 70. So I'm going to be talking about where I plan to put future points as well. So my main setup is what we're going to be covering in this video. I'm not going to cover my recoil setup or my alternative main. Those things have remained the same since my last video, so there's no need to cover them. But my main setup has changed just a little bit. So you'll notice that I'm no longer running a point in unfazed, and I now have 5 out of 5 deep wounds. So I think this is just for the best for my account going forward. While unfazed is very useful and can catch people on defense occasionally, it's so rare that that happens, and it kind of messes up some other characters on offense as well when you trigger unfazed, because if there's some ability accuracy reduction and it doesn't trigger, you take some damage, or like against Domino. So I just found it to be a little more annoying than overly useful. I still acknowledge its power, but for me personally, I wasn't finding as much use for it, so I decided to drop the point from unfazed, max out deep wounds. So max deep wounds just makes the most sense for me. I have a Venom at rank 3 who may or may not go to rank 4 at some point. I just got a 7-star Nick Fury, and I play a lot of characters that require bleed, or bleed is a big component of their kit, and so I'd rather have them at their highest potential rather than have an ability that can sometimes be useful on defense, sometimes be useful on offense, but it's not guaranteed. I'd rather have the guaranteed benefit. So that's probably the biggest change, is taking a point out of unfazed and putting it into deep wounds. So going forward, once we get like the next, let's just say the next 2 mastery points from the Radiant store, and then from the next level, which I don't know, it's like level 65 or something. That's a couple of months down the line, but it's still all relevant because mastery points are permanent. So the next 2 points, I'm almost certain one of them will go into Mystic Dispersion. Now, I don't know if I'll be running this out of 5 out of 5 level constantly, but I guarantee that one of these 2 points will go to max out Mystic Dispersion. Like, that is not even a negotiation. It's not even a question. It's such a valuable mastery to have fully maxed out, and so one of the 2 points that I get in the future will go towards Mystic Dispersion. So that last point, I've been thinking about that over the last couple of days. I would not mind throwing 1 point into Collar Tech. Now, Collar Tech is a very useful mastery for tech champions. Now, for some tech champions, it's maybe not as useful because you want to give the opponent enough power to where your abilities can work. So, like Prowler, for example, it's useful for him because you can hit the opponent more times before they gain a bar of power, but it sometimes can like dampen his ability, because if you're trying to push them to a specific threshold and Collar Tech gets them just below where you need them to be, you're not going to get as much benefit. But overall, Collar Tech is a extremely useful mastery for tech champions, and it seems like it's been long overdue for me to throw a point into Collar Tech. I have a rank 4 Shocker who would benefit extremely from being able to hit the opponent more times before they gain bars of power. That's just sort of a no-brainer for me. And looking at my other tech champions in my roster, outside of Shocker, Bastion is another champion that will benefit from Collar Tech because of his power reroute. Stark Enhanced Spider-Man, Red Skull, Future Ant-Man as well. More hits in the combo before you need to bait special attacks. Arcade as well. So many great tech champions that I have up at rank 3. Even Arnim Zola, once I can get him as a 7-star. All of these champs are going to benefit from Collar Tech. So I think the plan going forward is to put one of the points into Mystic Dispersion, but maybe not run that all the time, just unlock it. And then the remaining point or points will go into 1 or 2 specs of Collar Tech. I think that makes the most sense for my roster, and it will give me the greatest returns. Now, there was something else that I was considering with an additional point, and that was actually putting 1 or 2 points in Pierce. So Pierce is not an essential mastery. You need it to unlock the rest of the precision and cruelty tree, but going from 5 to 10 or 15% armor penetration, or I guess not armor penetration, but ignoring 10% additional resistance and armor from your opponent, that's not an insignificant number. That's actually fairly palpable, and I may do some testing on the CCP server to see if there's an actual difference from running 1 point in Pierce versus running 3 points in Pierce. If the number is noticeable enough to where it actually makes me want to put some points in Pierce, maybe what I'll do is I'll throw one of the extra points into Pierce and then run one other point in Collar Tech. And then whenever I want to have Mystic Dispersion 5 out of 5, I'll just take the point out of Pierce or Collar Tech, whatever one I'm maybe not benefiting from the most at that time. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I just wanted to cover the updated mastery setup, my main mastery setup, and then my plans for future points. I don't exactly know how many points we're getting in total from level 70 and then like counting the point from the Radiant store. I don't exactly know how many points that is, and I don't want to look at it right now because I'm a busy guy. I got other things to do. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you have any tips, recommendations, or just thoughts about future mastery setups with additional points, please let me know. I'm very interested to see what other people do with their additional mastery points. I do think maxing out deep wounds is probably one of the best things you can do, but again, to each their own. If you have different priorities, then obviously go with your heart, you know. Thank you again for watching this video. If you liked it, and I really hope that you did, please consider subscribing and also hitting that like button because both of those things are incredibly helpful for the channel. So I would appreciate it if you could do that for me, please. And in any case, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.